In a newly released book, former First Lady Melania Trump expresses her pro-choice position on abortion. She also recounts the moment she first met Donald Trump in a New York City nightclub. The 256-page book mostly omits personal details about the former Slovenian model's life. Here are the key takeaways from the memoir. The former First Lady begins her book by discussing her modeling career, which brought her to New York and led to her first encounter with Trump. This meeting occurred on a Friday night in September 1988 at the Kit Kat Club in New York City during Fashion Week. While at a table in the VIP section, she was approached by a man, Donald Trump. From the moment our conversation began, I was captivated by his charm and easygoing nature. In a more personal section of her book, Mrs. Trump addresses allegations concerning her son, Barron, possibly being autistic. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell suggested on social media that the 10-year-old was autistic, linking to a video of his behavior at various events. I was appalled by such cruelty, Mrs. Trump writes. It was clear to me that she was not interested in raising awareness about autism. I felt that she was attacking my son because she didn't like my husband. She states that while there is nothing shameful about autism, her son, now 18, is not autistic. O'Donnell later apologized for her post, which made Mrs. Trump furious. I knew the tweet and video would go viral, and I knew how much it would hurt him, she explains. She adds that this incident motivated her to launch her anti-bullying initiative, Be Best, during her time in the White House. Although Mrs. Trump may hold a different view from her husband regarding reproductive rights, she aligns with many of Trump's positions, including those from the 2020 election. The book recounts her experience on January 6 when her husband's supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol. She describes her choice not to condemn the violence, as her press secretary advised her, claiming she was not aware of the events unfolding at the Capitol. Towards the end of her memoir, Mrs. Trump shares her experience of witnessing a gunman's attempted assassination of her husband on television. Trump has faced 2 assassination attempts during this campaign season, the first occurring at a July rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, while he spoke to the crowd. Mrs. Trump, who generally avoids the campaign trail, was in Bedminster, New Jersey, at the time of the incident. She describes Trump's survival as nothing short of a miracle. Mrs. Trump revealed some of her most controversial statements from the memoir prior to its publication. She posted on social media that women have a right to individual freedom, a woman's fundamental right to individual liberty regardless